The Employees State Insurance Act was a scheme of India which is integrated social security scheme tailored to provide social protection to workers and their dependents in the organized sector in contingencies such as sickness, maternity, and death or disablement due to an employment injury or occupational hazard. Here, the main mission is to provide the benefits to the employees in case of six categories has been covered under this insurance scheme. We are going to discuss more about that in this video. The ESI scheme, which is being introduced for the protection of employees and in case of contingencies like hazardous of sickness or maternity or disablement or death means these benefits will be provided to the employees. Now, for which industries this ESI Act is applicable is non-seasonal factories employing of 10 or more persons, this act will be covered, and also shops, hotels, restaurants, cinemas, including preview theaters, road motor transports, newspaper establishments, financial companies, port, airport authorities, and warehousing establishments where employees 10 or more persons means this act will be covered. Under section 1(5) of this act, the scheme also extends to private medical institutions, educational institutions, and to contract and casual employees of municipal corporation in certain states like Uttar Pradesh, etc. Now, earlier it is 15,000 wage limit is been considered in the act, but whereas now that wage limit is been extended to rupees 21,000 per month. Those who are drawing 21,000 rupees as a wage limit will be covered under this ESI scheme, and for disability the amount of wage limit they are being given as 25,000 per month. Now here in Maharashtra till the coverage is being taken considered as 20 employees, as the earlier applicability we have said about 10 or more persons, but whereas in Maharashtra they are seeing the establishments coverage for 20 employees. This is what about which are all the industries can be covered under ESI Act. Now, under this scheme, now present as of 2019 statistics is concerned, ESA scheme is covered with 566 districts in 34 states and union territories, which includes 381 fully notified districts and 185 partially notified districts, where scheme is notified in districts, headquarters areas and in centers, and the scheme is yet to be implemented in Arunachal Pradesh and Lakshadweep. Remaining whole India is being covered under ESI scheme. Now, as on 31st March 2019, how many employees is being covered in under ESI Act is given this statistics. Insured persons is 3.49 crores, number of employees is 3.14 crores, total number of beneficiaries in the form of dependents or employees is 13.32 crores, number of insured women is 51.20 lakhs, number of employers is 12 1.11 lakhs people are covered in this ESI scheme. That is the number which I have mentioned here talks about who are having the wage limit or the salary limit of 21,000 in their industrial establishment. Now, when they want to contribute the share of ESI Act, the contribution from employee and employer side will be there. Employee side is very minimum percentage, that is 1.75% of their gross salary, and employer's contribution will be in higher side, that is 4.75. Totally, ESI contribution as a benefit which they are going to attain will be for about 6.5% of gross salary combined with the employee and employer contribution. Now this contribution will be calculated based on the gross salary of that employee, that is 21,000 means according to the 21,000 of gross salary, 1.75% is being considered for employee side and employer side is 4.75 percentage. Based on that, he will be getting ESI benefit of 6.5% as his benefit when he is availing the whatever the benefit is which is being listed in ESI Act. Now, the contribution deposit and due dates regarding the employee or employer will be authorized bank is State Bank of India. On or before of 21st date of succeeding month, they have to pay the online contribution through their account. Then contribution can be submitted online also by selecting online payment. Here, within few minutes, that process will be completed. Employee is drawing up to 70% as daily average wage means he is exempted from the payment of his share because the amount is very less. Now this amount has been changed also to more than 500. It is the earlier amendment amount. It is being mentioned in this slide. Now, employer is, however, has to pay the 4.75 percentage of share because here employee contribution only exempted for lesser amount and compared with the wages of that particular employee. Then the state government bears 1/8 share of expenditure on medical benefits within the per capita ceiling of rupees 1,200. Maybe this amount also may be changed in present ESI scheme. Now, we have to remember in ESI Act two things as a period, that is contribution period and benefit period. Contribution period is the period where an employee is going to pay the amount, whereas in the benefit period he is going to avail the contributed amount in the benefit period. That is, in every 6 months once he will be paying the contribution means then the other 6 months he will be getting the benefit period. Example here, from 1st April to 30th September if he is contributing to his ESI amount means then he will be getting that benefit only in the month of January to June. Then if the contribution period is from 1st October to 31st March means then he is going to avail the benefit in the period of 1st July to 31st December. At an average, the ESI corporation makes 40 lakhs. That amount also now present it is being changed to crores. Individual payment each year will be in higher side. This is what we have to remember, that is contribution period is different from the benefit period. When they are going monthly basis contribution means, then the benefit period will be different when parallel to the contribution period. Now, these are all the schemes. As I said, according to section 46, this six benefits is very important regarding ESI Act, and other benefits also there. We'll discuss one by one. Medical benefits, when I talk about, ESI scheme provides full range of medical care to all the insured persons and their family through a network of ESI dispensaries like hospitals, panel clinics, diagnosis centers. According to ESI Corporation, we have a list of hospitals which is being covered under ESI scheme. In those areas or in those dispensaries or hospitals, we can avail this medical care. Then super specialty treatments such as open heart surgeries, all these things also can be done in the ESI scheme of medical care. Then eligibility for this medical benefit is when the first time is eligible for medical care for a period of 3 months, if employee contribution is at least 78 days. As I said, we have contribution period and benefit period. In this contribution period of 6 months, at least he has to pay for 78 days in a contribution, then only is eligible to get this medical benefit. That is what the eligibility of getting medical benefit is being given as 78 days of contribution. If it is there only, he can get the benefit of medical benefits in the ESI scheme. Then he can claim in the form of Form 9 under ESI Act. Then sickness benefit is, here this sickness benefit will be given as cash payment during the period of certified sickness occurred in a benefit period, when the medical treatment and attendance with absenteeism from work on medical grounds means, then only the sickness benefit. For example, continuously is been taking leave of because of sickness, that absenteeism which is been occurred due to medical grounds means, then this sickness benefit will be getting by the employee in the form of cash payment. This eligibility for this sickness benefit is again, as we said, at least minimum of 78 days he has to contribute in one contribution period. The daily rate of sickness benefit is 50% of the daily wages will be given to the particular employee. Maximum duration we are saying as 91 days. In any two consecutive benefit periods he can avail the benefit. And also this claim also can be done in Form 9. The extended sickness benefit, that is been extending the number of days of sickness leave, then the cash benefit will be prolonged illness due to any of the specified diseases which is being mentioned in Annexure A of ESI Act. If that disease is being extended or prolonged because of that uh, sickness means, then only he can able to extend the sickness benefits, and the duration also he can avail for maximum. Then eligibility for extended sickness benefit continues for a period of 2 years and should have contributed for at least 156 days in 4 preceding contribution periods. That means it will be considered for two 2 years, that is at least 4 contribution periods he has to be done in the contribution amount, then only he can able to avoid 40% more than the sickness benefit rate regarding the cash payment for his sickness. That maximum duration of this employee sickness benefit includes 91 days of payable up to a further period of 124 by 309 days that can be extended up to 2 years. In special circumstances on recommendation by the competent authority, maybe this recommendation will be given by the competent authority based on their service or experience in the industry where he is working upon. Now, maternity benefit. This benefit is being availed for the women category. Periodical cash payments in case of confinement or miscarriage or sickness arising out of pregnancy, confinement, premature birth of child or miscarriage, or any insured woman as certified by a duly appointed medical officer or midwife means then this benefit will be availed. Again, here eligibility for maternity benefit contribution condition is same for sickness. The daily benefit is double the sickness benefit rate and roughly equivalent to full wages. Here benefit period is applicable for Sundays also, that is throughout the month she can able to avail the benefit. Here, benefit period amount based on the type of maternity leave she is taking, it will be given. If a child delivery means total period of 12 weeks, it is being now changed to 6 months, and for miscarriage, period of 6 weeks is being given. Sickness arising out of pregnancy, 4 weeks of leave with payment will be given. And the claim they can go with the application of Form 9 and 19. And medical bonus is a lump sum amount also will be given to that insured woman in the form of she cannot avail medical facility from an ESI hospital at the time of delivery. Why? Because insured person, in case she does not avail, the amount of bonus is it is also changed to 8,000 something in present day concern. Now, disablement benefit, it is also when, as I said in the earlier compensation act, if the person is unable to avail the compensation from an employer means, then this disablement benefit will be getting to the employee in the form of ESI Act. It is admissible for the disablement caused by employment injury. At the first instance, temporary disablement benefit is payable as long as the temporary disablement lasts. If the employment injury is partial or total means, based on that, till the death of the insured person, he can get this benefit. Here, 100% of wage can be getting by this disablement benefit. For permanent and partial disablement, percentage of loss of earning capacity, as I mentioned in the Employees Compensation Act, you can understand based on the percentage of loss of earning capacity only, this disablement benefit will be considered for permanent partial disablement. Then they can claim in Form 9 and 14. This dependent benefits is in case of the person, insured person is going to get affected and is died with the occupational disease or any accident arised out of employment means this benefit will be getting by the dependents of the employee. That is, a dependent benefit is a family pension. The family members only is going to attain this benefit. Here, 70% of the wages will be getting by the dependents as a wife or children or the mother and father of that employee. Like that only this dependent benefits will be given to the family members. A widow can receive this benefit on monthly basis for life or till her remarriage, or a son till the attainment of 25 years, and other dependents like parents, as I said. Then first installment is payable within a maximum of 3 months following the death of the insured person, and therefore on regular monthly basis they will be getting the benefit. To get this benefit, they have to claim for in the form of Form 15 and 16 under ESI Act. Then the other benefit is going to get by the uh, dependents of his family of employee funeral expenses to do that proceedings of funeral. This lump sum amount of 10,000 rupees, it is been revised from 5,000 to 10,000 according to April 2011 is concerned. This expenditure is being given to the family members to do the proceedings of this funeral. This, if they want to get, means they have to submit the form 22 according to ESI Act. Other benefits is rehabilitation allowances in case of disabled insured person under 45 years, 40% or more disablement according to the age of the person. Then free supply of physical aids and appliances like wheelchairs, classes, like that. And old age medical care also will be given. Old age medical care for self and spouse at a nominal contribution of rupees 120 per annum will be given to that. This amount has also changed. Here, according to amendments, the amount whichever is being mentioned is being regularly changed according to the present living status. Then other one benefit is being included as the Rajiv Gandhi Sharmik Kalyan Yojana. Unemployment allowance is payable to those workers facing involuntary unemployment due to closure of factory or non-employment injury. Then these percentages will be 50% of daily wages for maximum of 1 year is being given. Because of the injury is not getting any other employment sources, means this benefit will be given as other benefits. Now complete the registration process within 15 days after that become applicable. Here the responsibility of the employer is to provide the smart card and the maintenance of accident book report and granting of leave by the employer has to be done. The maintenance of these records, everything is being inspected by proper inspecting staff whenever it is required, as we have come across these things in Factories Act itself. This obligation has to be followed by the employers according to the time limit which is being provided. Then grant of leave to the insured employees on the basis of sickness also should be provided. Then the safeguard for insured employees is having all the rights to get the payment which is transferable or assignable cash benefits, or employer should not dismiss or discharge any of the employee during the period of availing the benefits like sickness, maternity or anything, and by any reason is liability to pay his share to the contribution of ESI Act directly or indirectly should be covered to that employee, and employees having all the rights to register their grievances, complaints at any level for immediate redressal and judgment. Then he is having all rights to approach employee Industrial Court against any action regarding the medical board, any discrepancies regarding the benefit which he is going to get through ESA Act. Now, the benefits of smart card according to ESA Act is if as the smart card is being provided by the ESA corporation, they can carry at any time, and by showing this ESA card, smart card, they can get the treatment all over the India, and this smart card will be accepted for lifelong, and this no need to change when the job is being changed or office. Employees and their family members' details can change or update without any objection in this smart card. And according to the type of workers, that is temporary or permanent, this facility of smart card to avail all the above benefits can be easily availed. Now, in case employer is unable to pay the benefits to the employee means based on the contribution period of delay, they will get the damages in the form of percentages. For example, up to less than 2 months is not providing this benefit means 5% of damages has to be given while he is repaying the money to the employees. If it is 2 months or between 2 months to 4 months means 10%. If it is more than 6 months means he has to give 25% of rate of damages according to the amount he is going to get out of the in ESA Act. Now, the procedure is just to understand you how we'll get that smart card of ESA. This inpatient walks in with the family and old insurance paper card. Branch officials will check with that and it will be enrolled, and biometric capturing will be done with the family and the employee, and they will scan it and the fingerprints will be taken and a slip of acknowledgement will be given, and the insured person will be getting the slip, and based on that enrollment, branch official, all these things will be mentioned in the card. This is what the way of getting the smart card. All these things is applicable only when the person is going to get when he is drawing the salary of below or equal to 21,000. Then only this ESA Act will be applicable. As I mentioned here, you can understand that is wage limit or the salary is 21,000 per month. If he is drawing means then only this act will be applicable to the employees. According to that only the statistics also given insured persons or number of employees overall in India, how many people are been availing this benefit. This is what about ESI Act.